obvious.
What the do you mean, bro? What?
If he's human, he's human. But at the same time, there might be not really a slim
I
chance,
swear,
but
if the password is funnydoggo6969, I'm gonna shoot someone.
oh, don't.
Thank God.
No, no. Wait, it is.
No, it's not.
Thank God. Funny doggos. Ah, that's hilarious.
Such a functional password. To go through
Traveler,
Grandma's disgusting
Paimon.
dialogue again.
I suppose you're...
No, right? Sucks.
No need.
Paimon calls it.
Please, go...
Okay. Once about whoever's if the Bible.
Ooh, truly...
Yes, Paimon is truly frightening.
Don't go nitpicking.
Can add a few horror elements. After the Whopper flower eats someone, they would turn into that person.
In other words, the Whopper flowers would ambush and then completely replace their victims.
And then adopt their newfound
And then
identity.
what? Go back to where the person lives? Enter their home? Eat their whole family? Paimon made up this story, but now
Paimon, you're a
Paimon's the
child.
one who's scared by it.
It's a good
She literally
story.
is 5 to 7
May I
years
write
old.
it down? I may bring it up in future conversations.
What
Yes.
for? Just to scare people with?
Why not?
Yes.
Yes. This is why we stand Albedo. He does a little bit of trolling. He does
Man
a minuscule
did a
amount
little
of trolling.
You've got a
trolling.
real mean streak, Albedo.
So what's your story?
Mine is a little longer than yours. It starts
Mine's a little bit
with an
longer
alchemist.
than
A great
yours.
alchemist once created Subject 1. Subject 1 was her proudest
What could
achievement.
that possibly mean?
And successfully blended into human society. No one ever would have thought that this friend of theirs was in fact a synthetic human. However, unbeknownst to Subject 1, the
Unbeknownst.
alchemist had tried the same experiment many times before he had come into being. Some of the rejects from failed experiments had been discarded, but had not died.
Yeah, exactly. I knew this from Albedo's
Subject
cutscene.
2 was one such failed experiment. He was swallowed by a great dragon that came to rest upon a snow-swept mountain. Many years later, he was resurrected by the dragon's mysterious power.
Resurrected? I thought you were just...
He saw all kinds of people
Ascended.
on the mountain, including Subject 1, who had somehow miraculously blended in among them.
us.
Never in Subject 2's wildest imagination had he thought it possible for experimental life forms such as they to deceive everyone so successfully.
I finally completed
He
it.
saw the way humans accepted Subject 1 as a friend, witnessed their affection as they addressed him by name. This was what Subject 2 wanted. Now,
It's about to
all
turn
that
into an
Subject 2
anime
desired was to
episode.
replace Subject 1 and take the joy of his existence for himself.
This is
Are
giving
we talking
too
to the
much
fake
This
guy?
is
But
Albedo. Yeah, I know. Albedo is the
So
fake one because he's the
scary.
imperfection. He's the guy with the mark on his neck. He was the one that was in the dragon. He is Subject 2. So technically, the cutscene, it was the Subject 1 Albedo telling his story while watching Albedo from the top of the cliff. You could think of it like that in a sense.
Subject 2 began to
so
unfold his
the
plan.
albedo with the
He
star.
stole Subject 1's books and notes and studied all that Subject 1 had learned
Funny.
from the alchemist. Subject 2 was highly intelligent, and he learned quickly.
Oh, so he's praising
He
himself.
changed his face into an exact replica of Subject 1's
Never mind.
face. Then, he found a plant with mimicry capabilities and transformed it using dragon blood and alchemy. And so, not only did Subject 2 transform his own appearance to perfectly match that of Subject 1, he also created a third entity, Subject 3.
No.
Unless Subject 2 is the other one, but that would make no sense because Albedo is the imperfection because of the mark
What?
on his neck.
There's 3 of them now?
Diamond.
But Subject 2 wanted to become a perfected human. So, he erased a mark in both his and Subject 3's necks. For these marks
Oh no, okay,
were
he is Subject
symbols
2.
of imperfection.
Wait.
Wait,
Subject
hold up,
2 wanted
yo.
to become perfected human, so he erased the mark. Oh, so subject... Never mind. So this one's the perfect albedo. Subject 2 is the one in the mountains who erased the mark and was eaten. Perfected...
So there were two albedos,
That's-
but one just wanted to be better than the other.
No, there were two albedo... Well, yes and no. One was the reject and was sentenced to death by gold by getting eaten by the freaking dragon.
Well, the other one was just vibing somewhere else.
No, well, yeah, this one was the one that was alive. He wasn't born to see Conria, though. This one. So I'm assuming... I thought the albedo that we are dealing with is the imperfection. Because
No!
he has his mark. He literally went into in-depth lore about why he has his freaking mark.
In my view, it was probably a subconscious act. An instinct.
Meh.
He so desperately craved to become a perfect human being that he forgot something. Human beings are defined by their flaws. Subject 2's plan was meticulously crafted.
The only perfect
Subject
human
3 would
being
draw
in this
Subject
world
1's
is
attention.
T-Bus.
After Subject 1 disposed of Subject 3, he would assume the threat had now disappeared and would let his guard down. The next moment that Subject 1 was alone, Subject 2 would make his move. He would eliminate Subject 1 and become the only one remaining. He would secretly replace the Subject 1 of everyone's memories and inherit his identity, residence, clothing, sword, name, and friends. People would have no idea that the individual they knew had become somebody else from one day to the next.
This is way too
Among
scary.
Us.
Paimon's never gonna be able to trust anyone again.
But just before Subject 2 could carry out his plan, a unique stranger entered the mix. Subject 2 tried to make contact with this person, but found that they could somehow sense he was different from Subject 1. What's wrong? Are you scared?
What happened then? What happened to the stranger?
He became a new stage in Subject 2's plan. One more person that Subject 2 had to dispose of. It's as if there were 3 identical roses in a garden.
Oh, wait,
I
I'm
Only
so
one
I am
sorry.
now
was a
alive.
fine specimen,
Yeah, so
while
albedo
the other
subject
2
1.
were defective specimens.
I am alive, my
Or poisonous
headphones just went
thorns.
boom.
In all the world, only the
never
gardener who
mind.
tended to them could tell which
Albedo's
was the good
story is the
specimen.
albedo with the mark, who is the perfect albedo, but he's the imperfect. No. So imperfect albedo was the one that wasn't disposed of. It was the one that tried to be perfect that was disposed of because he was flawed
Wow.
as a human, because he cannot be human if he has reached perfection. So albedo telling his story is I lied, isn't the one who was on the mountain looking down. But it actually, like, you know what I thought of when I saw that cutscene? I was watching it over and over again because I'm like, oh my god, bro, this radiates Shadow the Hedgehog vibes. Do you
Shadow
know
the
what
head.
seriously, do you know what I mean? Like Shadow,
Yeah.
like he looks down from like the mountaintops and it's like perfect albedo. I'm like, holy shit, bro. The perfect
Sonic.
specimen. The ultimate life form, bro. The ultimate life form.
People do not like poisonous plants. Only a perfect rose can fetch a high price. If the inferior specimens wanted to conceal the fact of their worthlessness, they would have to take the gardener out of the picture, using their poisonous thorns.
When the
This is
imposter
exactly what Subject 2 was thinking. So, he hid in the shadows
I
and
can't
waited
hear anything.
patiently.
Or is it just me?
Maybe soon, he would get his chance to become truly human.
This is not just a story. These are real events. Albedo is trying to tell me the cruel and unbelievable truth.
That was intense. So what happened after that? Did Subject 2's plan succeed?
Paimon, you're an idiot.
Paimon can't bear thinking about it.
Fortunately, it is just a story. And even in this story, Subject 2 did not succeed. But you can never let your guard down on Dragonspine.
I really hope we're gonna get a third story quest where we get to fight Subject 2. He has a name now, so we have Albedo and Subject 2. Subject 2 was the failure. Albedo was the flawed perfection. Okay, that makes sense.
Monsters
makes the
mutated with
cutscene
Durin's
cool.
power and blood are also creatures of Rhine-Daughter, just like me. You must beware of all such creatures.
You're not a monster, homie. You're my friend.
I'm glad to hear that. It's okay. I know what I am. You and I are both different, so there is no need for me to hide the truth from you. The only thing is that sometimes, when I think about how mighty the power of alchemy is, I feel so small.
You know what's funny? We actually haven't even fought Perfect Albedo yet at all. Like,
Wow.
not even in the canon, because we only fought the Whopper Flower. You only ever been in combat with Subject 3.
Wow.
Subject 3 was made by Subject 2, the failed experiment that was supposed to be disposed of,
But why did he make Subject 3?
so that they can kill Albedo.
Oh.
Or, well, actually be a distraction for Albedo. Like, so that Albedo... There was a theory that, like, Albedo would, like, try to kill it instead of Subject 2. But it could be for many reasons. A distraction, an assassin. Definitely an assassin.
As beings who set foot in this
Trust
world,
nobody, not even
how
yourself.
arrogant are we in desiring to control our destiny, and in desiring to create?
Like, this event quest has me super excited for a future story quest where we get to fight the perfect Albedo, or a version of Albedo that tried to become so perfect and powerful, and then we take its life with the real Albedo in the story. Just as
Ex-Gaster Momento.
just an end. Yep. The ultimate life form. I don't know if Gold's alive, but if Gold is alive and we end up meeting Perfect Albedo before fighting her, that would be like such a twist.
Wait,
'cause
Gold is a her?
Gold is a she.
Oh,
My daughter is
wow.
a she. I'm pretty sure. So, let's say Gold is alive. We fight her, like we're about to fight her in the abyss, and like this is like later in the game. It's been years, probably. Like we're either in Fontaine by now, or like Natslan. By the time we would actually get into the abyss, and like by the time we get into the abyss and meet Gold, because Gold is a very relevant and prominent figure to this game's lore, a very powerful individual. So if we were to ever fight Gold, it would be late game. Now, pretend this is the last interaction we've ever had with Albedo before the encounter with Gold, right? We hear about
Yeah.
experiment number 2, and then we just kind of dip, and then his third
Oh my
story
God.
quest is something we would have to do so that he shows up in Natlan or whatever, or in Fontaine, or just is in the abyss for whatever reason. And then once he's in the abyss, that allows us to move on with the main story, where you go to fight Gold. But instead of us fighting Gold, the ultimate life form shows up. You remember Experiment 2 from, like, when Inazuma was out and Sumeru didn't even exist?
Yep.
We're fighting the perfect Albedo. So seriously, like what would his name be as a boss fight? Experiment 2, Perfect Albedo, or the ultimate life? No, look, it can't be the ultimate life form because that's Sonic.
Overdosed on
I feel like its
names.
name would be Perfect Albedo. Or its name would be Experiment 2, and then its subheading, because you know they have like a surname under their health bar.
Yep.
Either the surname would be Perfect Albedo or the Ultimate Life Form. So it's either Perfect Albedo, the Ultimate Life Form, or Experiment 2, Perfect Albedo. Or Perfected Synthetic Life Form.
Albedo perfected.
I think Perfected Synthetic Life Form is most likely as like the subheading.
I bet you Mahoya's listening to us
Experiment
talk.
2, the Perfected Synthetic Life Form.
Is creation
Okay, yeah, that's a
an
boss
arrogant
fight.
act, traveler?
Yep.
If not,
The drops are
why do we call
artifact.
the ones that created us and control us gods? If it is, then what qualifies us to call ourselves creators? How far must we take our reverence and respect, and what purpose does it serve?
How did you feel when you took out the imposter?
Nothing special.
Dun 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 dun.
Whenever I think about
You
it,
made so many memes from that
I
day.
feel a twinge of grief.
It's unbelievable.
Poor
Amber,
Hey, is that
I'm
Amber?
so happy.
Thought we might find you here.
Eula? Okay, thank you Genshin Impact for this great camera shot here. Do you see this, Loaf?
Oh my
Why
god.
did they do this? They knew
We're
exactly.
I
here to
don't-
deliver a message from Cyrus. There's gonna be a big
They-
event
they-
down at
why
the
did
base
they
camp,
do this?
and they
Oh,
want
we
you there
know
too,
why.
Traveler.
We know why. She's the reason why. For me, anyway. This is Sean's reason why, but she's my reason.
Winter
why.
camp is nearing its end.
I don't really have a
Apparently,
reason
even
why.
provisional instructors are required to attend.
Looks like we need to go, Albedo. Bye for now.
Then I won't keep you.
So it now
I
has
have
a
some
name.
things to attend to here. So
I have some
forgive
things
me
to
for not
attend to
seeing you
here.
down.
Ending experiment 2.
Don't worry about it. There have been no issues
Wait,
getting up and down the mountain
uh,
recently.
Imperfect Albedo Fellflower is
Yeah,
still
nobody
alive.
knows about
Is everyone
experiment 2.
ready?
They live like
Let's not keep them waiting.
experiment 1 and 2 live synonymously. It's like
Great.
they're two separate people living the same identity. Literally, like he's been in Mondstadt before.
Yes.
Return to the adventurers camp. I also have a single resin.
I have a lot of resin.
Resin.
And now I can ascend to your
Yo.
world.
Is
Who is
Joel?
this guy?
Oh my God! Is that Joel's father?
Allow me to introduce Yozerv.
Dad,
He's
did you
Joel's
bring the
father.
milk?
Dad, this is that traveler I was telling you about. The travelers helped me out loads in the past.
is so
and this
wholesome.
time, we even built a snowman
His
together.
dad came back.
Joel has told me everything
milk.
about you.
The good ending.
I can't thank you
I'm
enough.
glad you're finally reunited.
This is amazing. Wait a second. Why
Yeah,
is Papa
he
discreetly
your
wiping
son
tears
was
away?
calling Eula
And
on.
what is Pallet doing here?
Oh my God! Did somebody die up there?
Pallet is the hero of the hour this time. Go on, Pallet. Tell us what happened
No
in
way.
your own words.
Pallet
I
actually
am-
did something.
Okay.
I am
The weather was
AR-55.
fine on that fateful day, and I had a feeling that Lady Luck was smiling down on me. So I
Let's
trusted my
go.
gut and set off to explore somewhere new, somewhere dangerous. Because where there is great danger, there is also great treasure.
Why does this sound so hard to believe?
But I had
Because
only
we
been away
experienced
from
him
the
pushing
group for a
sucrose.
short while when
Reckless
I fell
Pallet,
down a
stop.
slope and just started rolling.
Why do you exist?
Uh-oh. Did my bad luck rub off on him when we ran into each other on the mountain?
The place I fell to was somewhere I didn't recognize, and I'd sustained a few injuries. I remember thinking to myself, this is the worst luck I've ever had in my whole life. Then I met Yozerv.
230.
He'd heard the sound of
Huh?
me falling and came out
That's
to
a lot
see
of
what was
EXP.
going on.
Wow. So it was completely by chance then.
I thought he must have been someone from the Adventurers Guild here for the event.
Oh, I can request
but
to join
after
you
a few
now,
words
but
of
I'm not.
conversation, it was clear that he
Did
was
it?
having memory problems. He didn't even know his own name. The
Bruh.
temperature was freezing, and there was no time to deal with all that there and then. So I convinced him to come back to the camp with me and figure everything else out after we got there. We got back to the camp, ran into Joel, and the moment he saw him, he froze for a second with this completely stunned expression on his face, and then he started crying out, "Dad! Dad!" That's when Yozerv suddenly started to remember.
The way he speaks makes him sound like he's making fun of Joel, and I find that
My
hilarious.
memory has still not fully recovered, but Joel and his mother,
Man.
they are the only ones that I will not, no, that I cannot forget.
Daddy.
What happened to? Oh, is
Daddy's
that-
right here, Joel.
sir.
Daddy's right here.
Yozerf,
Don't
don't you remember anything else at all? The poor princess? Feeding the foxes?
I'm sorry. I have no recollection. Maybe it's because of the head trauma. I'm not sure.
Reckless
I
Pallet,
woke up
you
and
had
found
one job.
myself covered in blood. My things were gone, and there was nothing to indicate who I was or how I got there.
Damn, bro.
I crawled into a cave and settled in for a slow recovery. After my legs and feet were a little better, my hunting skills were what kept me alive.
Dad, I was so worried about you.
I'm all right now, Joel. Oh,
Just got
don't
struck
cry.
by lightning while
Daddy's
talking
not
to a
going
guy.
anywhere.
Yes.
I'm here to stay.
This is wholesome.
This is good. This is good.
He's so happy. Oh my God, Bennett, yes. Also,
You know
that
what,
ends well.
though? I definitely think my luck got worse after running into Bennett on that mountain.
I
Wow.
knew it.
Ha! Wow.
I-
You ass.
I just...
No. I just meant if it weren't for you, there's no way I ever would have run into Yozerv on a mountain this huge. Besides, we got back safely, didn't we? So don't blame yourself. Maybe sometimes miracles can only happen when you get just unlucky enough.
Pallid.
God,
Why did you become such a smooth
you
talker,
pushed
huh?
Sucrose. Shut.
He's regaining his
Huh?
place in
Am
the
I?
Genshin community.
I was just...
He's
telling the
just speaking
truth.
The facts.
Oh yeah, I want to say thank
Which
you
nobody
to
likes.
the Traveler, Uncle Cyrus, Auntie Eula, and Auntie Amber.
That's amazing.
Thanks everyone. You all helped look after me, and I will always remember it. But I guess I can't take the snowman with me, or it'll melt once it leaves Dragonspine. It's such a shame.
Oh, I can help with that. One moment.
What? Is she gonna do some cryovision things?
You?
Here, take this.
Don't know.
It's powdered rime. Just add it to your snowman, and it will never melt.
Wow! Really? Oh, this is awesome! You're the best, Auntie Eula! Dad, I have an unmeltable snowman now! How cool is that?
This man's getting a cryovision.
How can I ever repay you all?
You're all delighted for
Thank you all.
The
Thank you.
shots,
From
though!
bottom of
The
my
shots,
Why?
though!
Why?
I enjoy this. I enjoy this. I do not enjoy this. Why is this?
Dad, I want to go move the snowman. Can we do it now, please?
Okay. I'll
This
be
man's
leaving
suffering
with Joel
some
now.
head trauma, bro.
I'm sure I'll see you all another day.
Very well, very well. It's time for Pallid and I to have another discussion concerning his breaches of adventurer discipline.
Huh? But Cyrus, I think I kind of made up for my mistakes this time, you know?
No, you haven't.
No.
See you
Nah.
guys.
You'll learn one day, Pallid.
Oh,
One day.
I made this for you and Amber.
Ah.
Think of it as a winter souvenir.
Aw, are you sure?
Me and Amber
This
have
must
gifts.
be really
Yo,
important to you.
Hagen.
Come on now, just take it. No need to make such
You
a
know,
fuss.
jump.
Wow. Now our snowman
Yo.
won't melt either. Great.
Thank you, Eula.
You're welcome. Just keep it. That's all I ask.
I'll treasure it, bro.
Amber and I have some business to attend to now.
Don will, for
See you later.
a fact.
I'm gonna put this snowman right next to Amber in my Serenity pot.
Everyone's gone.
Welcome to Paimon, Mona Lisa.
We've been on Dragonspine all this time, and somehow Paimon still forgot to ask Albedo about how to make a fruit
Yes,
juicifier machine that can keep the juice fresh. Maybe
Bro,
we
good
should
job,
try
Paimon.
Timaeus again. He does seem pretty eager to please.
The Paimon
after all.
sus.
We're gonna see Experiment 2, aren't we? I swear.
Go to Mondstadt's alchemy store.
I'm
You
even in
can't build a
1.3
snowman
shop-
yet.
Yeah, you. No, I can't. You're right. You are right. Go to Sussy Alchemy store.
There's gonna be like 2 Albedos there, no cap.
Nah.
I feel like I'm
There's
calling it
just
right.
Timaeus, but, damn it! I wanted to use the table of crafting. Hello, Timaeus.
Traveler and Paimon,
Drip. He
what can I
actually
do
got
for
drip.
you?
Canadian native.
Wait a minute. You've got that mischievous look on your face. Oh, you're not still thinking about that ridiculous juicer thing, are you?
Paimon, don't you dare.
Will you help us?
There is no us in this situation, Pi.
Well, if the Traveler isn't really interested, then, yeah, maybe I'll give this one a pass.
Bruh, oh wait,
It's
no, that's
just
not
the
that's not
weirdest
fair.
request ever.
Come on, Timaeus.
No, but Paimon's Sunsettias are gonna go to waste without it.
Bruh,
And
okay,
the
that was
time it would
kinda
take me
whack.
to research something like that, I could probably pick those Sunsettias again 10 times over.
New research project, Timaeus? We meet again.
Oh, proper Albedo.
Oh, Albedo, thank goodness. So the situation is, Paimon wants a machine that can turn fruit into juice and keep the juice fresh. I mean, surely it...
Majorly important. That's what it is. If you can manage to invent this, we'll never have to worry about fruit going bad ever again.
That's impossible.
He's like, what? Huh? Wait, where'd it go? What? It was there.
Wait, what?
Wait,
Huh?
it was there. It was there. But wait, the star was there. But. That's impossible.
Turning fruit into juice is not hard, but keeping it fresh is more difficult. But if you
Wait,
simply want to keep the fruit from rotting,
sus,
there are many
sus,
ways to achieve
sus,
this.
sus, 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 sus.
Right, Traveler?
He's smiling.
You're
What? What? It.
neck.
it's-
Wait,
it's-
his
it's-
eyes.
it's-
His eyes.
it's-
Wait,
his
his eyes.
smile,
His eyes.
his-
No, his eyes. His eyes.
It's his eyes. Yeah, it's just
They're glowing cyan.
Mark is back?
What about his neck?
What's wrong? Is there something on my neck?
He doesn't know
From
about
the
it.
look on your face, it's as if you thought I just played a practical joke on you that was in exceedingly poor taste.
So it was a you are an asshole.
No,
Albedo,
I have
you
a
were
bad
saying,
feeling it is.
How do you stop fruit from going bad?
Nah,
It
bro,
isn't
we
afraid.
need
One way would be to
perfect-
bury your fruit on Dragonspine.
It's look,
Albedo.
where the
you know
snow
what I
never
think?
melts all year round.
I think there are two
Whopper
Albedos,
flower
and I think-
adapted.
No, not the Whopper flower. I think Experiment 2 like knows. Experiment 2 knows of the neck mark. So he's gonna adopt it and take it off whenever he pleases as well.
But then Paimon won't be able to eat them.
Wait,
You could
Albedo
always
fly?
live on Dragonspine.
No, too cold for Paimon.
Too cold for
Or
Paimon.
you can give the fruit to me, and I would take it to Dragonspine for you. But since you don't like the cold, you'd have to send someone else to pick them up when you want them. This is where you come in, Traveler.
Yep.
Suddenly sounds a lot more feasible with other people doing all the work.
Sus.
Bruh.
Okay then, shall we go with that idea?
If this can't have all just been a prank, because that Whopper flower genuinely almost got everyone killed. Like, that could have gone really, really bad. Like, if the Traveler didn't see anything, that he would have decapitated him.
Fruit buried on Dragonspine will stay
this-
fresh for much longer. However, it is also possible that the fruit will sprout and grow into fruit trees. Who knows? Maybe the next time you visit, it will have grown into an orchard. You can water the trees, add fertilizer, and when they finally bear fruit, you will have some fresh Sunsettias.
No way! Then Paimon will have to be a gardener. That's not the goal here.
Oh? Well, I don't think being a gardener is so bad.
Gardener. I didn't expect Albedo to joke about this. Doesn't he care about what the mark means?
That ain't Albedo, man.
I don't
I'm
think
sorry to
I-
break it to you.
Albedo!
That I don't think that's Albedo.
Hands on Paimon's super sweet Sunsettia.
I haven't even watched or done the
He's-
quest yet, and
I'm
I
s-
have a
I
feeling.
don't. Yeah, it's. I think they both have the mark. They can take it off. He can
Bothers
remove
you,
and
does
take it
it?
off.
But the actual
Of course
Albedo
it
can't,
bothers
right?
Paimon.
Probably.
They are the rarest, super duper sweetest Sunsettias ever. And they're not for you.
Okay, but they're just Sunsettias. I think you're only so attached to them because you don't have much fruit of this quality in your possession. When someone's pockets are full and their spirit is fulfilled, they don't easily fall prey to this kind of yearning.
Really?
See, that makes a lot of sense. What? I didn't know.
Don't stop. No, stop. Stop this.
What? What?
Speak to him. Speak to him.
Dragonspine is too cold for if, one day, Dragonspine did become home to gardens and orchards, there would be more reasons for people to visit. Perhaps a little life is the key to attracting people. Life may exist in all kinds of unfathomable forms, and in all manner of unthinkable environments. Mysterious, yet tenacious. Perhaps this is what makes life so special.
Nah, that ain't Albedo, Chief.
Yo, wait.
Mahoyo ain't gonna live
wait,
for-
wait. Hold on. Pause. Isn't it possible for Experiment 2 to have just murdered Albedo and taken on his identity now Like literally
Don't
right
say
after.
that. Don't say that.
Oh, I see. So he won the battle. I get it now. Experiment 2 won. Albedo is dead. Poggers.
No.
Maybe.
He's in your
Maybe.
team.
You never know. Yeah, well, yeah, he's in my team. But then again, Honkai Impact go burr. You can still play as dead characters from Honkai, right? And the
Yeah.
Albedo always has a star. You never know if the Albedo you got was the experiment 1 or 2 from the start. They were 2 entities living as one that were constantly trying to kill each other on the mountain. Well, one of them was constantly trying to kill the other. The other one was living with it normally. You can get a lot of lore from the Cinnabar Spindle.
'69 defense.
Nice. You must pursue that which your elder brother, the one-horned white horse, could not accomplish. Reach the far side of philosophy and create a new destiny for myself and your brothers. Your elder brother. The elder brother could not. The elder brother would have been... Yeah, this is weird. I feel like the elder brother would have been experiment 1. In that case, Albedo would have been the one thrown in the dragon's mouth, but it's saying experiment 2 was the one eaten for imperfection. I'm low-key confused.
Dragon spine is if one life may exist.
See, it either everyone can be like, oh yeah, it's a prank, or he can be smiling and be like, his smile looked sinister, bro. He's now either our Albedo is dead, and this is our Albedo now, because they're both technically the same person, just split. Whoever wins that because it was a personal battle, right? It was literally a battle to see who would live with the identity of Albedo. So no matter which one killed the other, it would still be Albedo. So there is a chance that the Albedo that we just had a story time with got murked by the ultimate life form, Shadow the Hedgehog, and now he's taken on his identity. So this is just Albedo now.
Wow.
Oh, that's weird. I don't like thinking about that. I really don't like that. Ah.
Yeah, me too.
I don't want to think about that. I hope I'm wrong. I really hope I'm wrong. I'm probably wrong. Because like, here's the thing. If it's a prank, it was just stupid. That whole plot is stupid. If that was just a prank. If they did that, and the traveler just looked down and was like, oh, I see, and just walks away, rest in pepperoni, like that would have been something. Oh,
it's me.
That's the wrong dog. Suck.
No!
Explode. Jesus, that was... Oh god, if I'm right about that, that hurts. He's... Yeah, there's no... Yeah, no. That was experiment 2. Boys, Albedo is dead. Either... Okay, if Albedo isn't dead, then they're just living synonymously as they always have been. That's probably the ending. Albedo and Dragonspine, Albedo and Mondstadt, they're both still trying to...
Man just disappeared.
Because technically, if experiment number 2 wants to take Albedo's identity or live as the human being, then he also has to live as Albedo lives, which is the successful experiment. Meaning he has to make all of Albedo's friends. He has to literally live the exact same life.
Literally, he just dipped. So what are we gonna do?
Well, what do you mean? He's right here.
He dipped.
Jesus
He's
Christ.
right next.
Albedo's story is so cool. Like, his lore is freaking amazing.
And spooky now because he just
But,
dipped.
like, I don't know if I thought that Albedo was the abandoned experiment and not the perfected one, because he had the glass blowing mark on his neck. So the functional one is the one that replicated nature, as in the sense that it has no seams. because it was organic and not synthetic. But the story was making it seem like Experiment 2 was trying so hard to reach perfection?
Yeah.
I am confused.
I am confusion. When are you gonna do your Surumi Island quest?
I don't know, man.
It hurts.
Albadoo.
Albedo.
I'm gonna go gamble. God, I don't know if I want to play as him anymore because of the thoughts I'm having that this isn't... It's not the same Albedo anymore. It's not the homie. This is like, I don't know. Am I playing as Experiment 2? That's disgusting. You're not a monster, you're my friend. And then my friend is dead and replaced by its imposter. Literally an imposter. Oh, that makes me sick.
I mean, do you want to get off?
Damn. If I'm taking this story super wrong, then bruh, I'm just making my own brain hurt. But it also, the mood didn't feel like that, because if it did feel like that, it's like, oh, I see. It was just a regular, oh, I see. So it's probably just they both live synonymously. And the albedo we have is albedo. The albedo we have is albedo. But in the end, the way that their characters are written is that one can eventually kill the other and just take on the identity, or they can be cool and just have perfect albedo show up.
Gambled for 10 primos.
I actually got 800 more, so I did get my money back. And I also got a lot more.
Are you gonna wish?
Do I have Primo Gems? Yo,
Yeah.
I do.
Oh no.
Freedom Sword, Freedom Sword.
Oh no.
No.
Did you buy all your Stardust wishes?
Of course. I have more Primo Gems to get though, because I have to go. I'm gonna do all my commissions, and I gotta get the snowman.
Funny snowman.
Sussy snowman.
Now I don't want to do the quest.
Hey, you don't know, right? Just take a look at the way the traveler says it. I'm pretty sure. I don't think he says it in the way that what I think is true. I think I was just overthinking it.
Probably.
Because it is definitely a possibility. Like, they made that very clear.
How about you jump off Dragon Spine with the albedo you are using right now?
No. This albedo's backstory is sick. But then again, the perfect one. Look, because from albedo's backstory in the cutscene, it made it seem like the albedo, which was our friend, was the imperfect being because he was born with the birthmark. And so he was swallowed by the dragon. After the dragon's was deceased, he came out, and that is how he gets to live. However, Experiment 2, as we know it, which was the imposter, or the perfect albedo. I'll call him Perfect Albedo so we know, like, he got no
flower
birthmark.
guy?
No, Perfect Albedo, the one with no birthmark.
That's perfect. Wait,
that's the Whopper Flower. The Whopper Flower is the Whopper Flower. The Whopper Flower wasn't really an albedo.
Alright.
So, our albedo gets out of the dragon, and then he's living his life, but then the imposter albedo died. Like, already. I thought the first albedo was dead because he said if he were the one to... If only you weren't the one to die before frickin' whatever.
Burst forth! Witness my great undertaking!
So it was like our Albedo was the imposter in the sense that he replaced the one that was supposed to be perfect, the one that was supposed to be alive, by just living. While the one who was alive died already. But now it's like he's alive and they're both living together synonymously, and there are actually 3 Albedos. And I'm like, okay, the 3 Albedos is understandable. In a
3
sense.
musketeers.
Disappear!
But it's in a story like the ending. I think the ending cutscene was the best. Like the cutscene where he pulls out his sword and goes to fight the freaking ultimate life form, or goes towards it. Because it's almost as if he was the failed experiment, and it was the ultimate life form telling the story of the failed experiment.
Wait a minute, piecing it together, maybe they fought, and...
Oh yeah, and then freaking no.
Wait, how about the imperfect one? Actually, the perfect.
But then again,
no.
no, because the imperfect one could just put on the thing and then tell the story. Because in reality, the one without the thing would have wanted to kill the traveler. The one without the birthmark would have wanted to kill the traveler. So either our Albedo also figured out how to take off the birthmark as well. That's also a possibility.
Wow.
Bruh, it's confusing.
Yeah.
Oh, you're doing that commission?
Yep.
Thanks.
Primo gems.
Free-mo gems. Damn, the story connected so well, and then after this, it just got weird. Like, what the f— It's got confusing.
Coming to be!
Man.
Live! Burst forth!
So what now after the...
if our Albedo is experiment... Oh my god, wait! I think both stories are correct. But, and your theory might be right too. If both stories are correct, then that would mean that would make your theory correct in the sense that the Albedo we knew, which was our friend, went to fight the perfect one. The perfect one, after observing the conflict between the third Albedo, which is the water flower, and the traveler and his group, probably learned about the birthmark and how the imperfection is more human than the perfection. So after the end cutscene, Albedo goes to fight the frickin' experiment number 2 and dies. Experiment number 2 becomes the Albedo that we knew by taking his identity, by inheriting the birthmark. Which is why he can take it on or off.
Burst forth!
So it's not like Albedo, and it would also explain why it took us time to go visit Albedo again, right? Because even Genshin even found a way to make time gating canon. So now having time gating as an argument, like in theories, is actually awesome, and I find that funny. You can make time gating relevant in lore. This game is So that is a possibility, Loaf. You opened up that door.
No!
Telling me that, oh yeah, right, the end cutscene, you did draw the sword and start approaching him. But that is also originally why I thought Albedo, the one you were with, was the failure. Because everyone's leading up to the birthmark equals the failure. The failed imperfection. He is the imperfection. Why the hell?
Live! Feel this ancient power. Windblade! Burst forth!
This character has expired moment.
But you're dating it? Well, technically not, because there's two of him, and whichever one wins the duel of the fates gets to live their life as Albedo, the human identity that they both one longs for, the other got.
Wait a minute. From the Albedo trailer, there was a small cut where we saw two of them.
Yep.
That's a Dendro slime.
Very Dendro. That's a Dendro slime.
With the wind! Come into being! Witness my great undertaking!
And his lines too. Witness my great undertaking. You wanna take that literally? You wanna take that literally and be like, yep. Witness me becoming human? Because I finally got to experience the joy of living as a human, my own individual, my own person, because I executed the perfect being.
Alright, I'm a dip.
Albedo, oh my god.
Do you want to
I
dip
don't
for
like
the night
that
because
story.
of this?
I don't like that story.
Me
that
too, I don't
story,
like it.
That ending hurts.
You now just want to dip because of that.
Bro, I'm gonna dip when I feel free to dip. Oh, he's a big blade. Hey, can you help me over here?
No, I just dipped.
Oh, thanks. Actually, that helped.
Fight it with Albedo. Yeah, I dipped. For a good reason, so you can use Amber.
She's on my number 3 key though, which is weird.
Yes. A physical Amber.
I mean, I can build that.
Yes.
Another target tracked down by Outrider Amber.
It is 4 o'clock over here. Oh my god, my eyes.
Okay, though, Albedo's ending cutscene with that story was epic, where he pulls out the sword and starts walking over to the ultimate life form. The perfect.
The ultimate.
Seriously, I'm just gonna call him Perfect Albedo because he's so many perfections. Even getting rid of basically the watermark. I mean birthmark. Human watermark equals birthmark. Yes. He got rid of the birthmark, and even by lore with the brothers, you get it from the Cinnabar Spindle, it's like they were both living synonymously. They both lived together, alive in the same world, living the same identities as two separate people. That's the ending I feel like is supposed to be going on here. Or Genshin lore confirms that, oh yeah, Albedo was just screwing with you guys, and made a dangerous whopper flower. Who knows? Why? Was it a prank? No, it was probably for the event. No, it wouldn't be. It would. What?
Maybe the Albedo we befriended is actually bad, but, you know, funny.
We technically, no, we've talked to both of them. Because even in the Festering Desire event, there was one without a... In his art, he was the perfect Albedo. He took off his birthmark. Look up the art.
Or maybe just Mihoyo just forgot.
Or I'll imagine. Like, if anything, the only thing I can get from this that would be like a possible event ending is like, oh yeah, Albedo, just experimented with it. Albedo made the Whopper Flower for the adventurers on Dragonspine. There's an imposter among them. They'll see a face they recognize. It will attack them. They'll have to go through being able to kill someone who is in the mirage of someone that they either trust or have any form of relations with. Him being like an alchemist of the Knights of Favonius, or him being a Knight of Favonius, they would have to subdue him, take him down, and then it will turn into a monster, realizes the monster, fight the monster, basically Dragonspine training, right? Adventurer training, like the entire reason why we were there, other than the blender.
Yes.
Him being someone who practically lives on Dragonspine, in a sense, considering that's where he spends most of his time, probably knew of this.
Probably where he came from.
And his twin also probably knew of this, which is why he was just hiding about in the tall peaks of the mountain. But get this! The plan of the failed experiment would have been to be like, I understand you. You would find a moment where you can execute both the perfect one and the traveler. Or the perfect experiment is gonna be like, yeah, execute both the one who is imperfect or shares your secret. I don't get. I'm so confused.
My
ending has me
mind
confused.
gonna explode. if
Like
this
it was such a
continues.
good ending, and it had a like a it was a followable ending, and then this just hits us, and we're like, what? Legit confused.
Well, it's 4 o'clock over here, Austin.
It's 4 o'clock over here as well. Oh, it's actually 5 a.m. So
And
am I
I've
done?
been awake for
I've done
2
my
days straight.
commissions. I have 10 resin. I'm gonna let that regen overnight. I'm gonna claim my commissions rewards. I'm gonna, you know, mine some diamonds. I'm gonna make some.
I'm probably gonna dip when you collect your commission rewards because I'm very tired.
I am also very of the tired.
I just had to pull through for all this lore.
But you didn't have
Now-
to cut. Oh,
now I
poor
don't
Sucrose.
wanna do the.
Oh, poor Sucrose. Actually, Loaf, please do the quest. I'm so confused. Can you take a picture of like the traveler's expression when he says, "Oh, I see now"? Cause I wanna
Well,
analyze
if I'm
it.
unable to, or if I forget, we can always do it on YouTube.
Yeah, that too. Or like, bro, I wonder if the theory people are gonna go crazy with this ending. Like
Game theory. Game
I
theory.
wonder if they're gonna think the same way that I did.
What about game
Or
theory?
I'm just an idiot and interpreted everything completely wrong. Because
Or maybe game
the
theory.
way this story is told makes it seem like these albedos can each be the albedo, except for the Whopperflower one, Experiment 3. We're told Experiment
Quote-unquote
2 is the one
experiment.
who's trying to... They are all experiments. Were they all failures? Question mark.
No.
Was albedo both a failure and a perfect being? If the perfect being didn't die, then who would I be?
Don't know,
Because the
but
perfect
stay
being-
tuned.
Well, the perfect being got killed, but albedo was also sentenced to death. So technically,
Find
he
out
was
in the
perfect.
next episode
Was
of
he
Total
killed
Drama.
was he killed by Durin, but then undied because dying is gay? After Durin died, just kind of crawl out, lives in Dragonspine and Hagen.
Well, anyway, you go fun with that, and I'm just gonna go to bed because
yeah, I think
am
I'm gonna
so
go to bed
tired.
too. I hope Outplayed is still recording. See ya.
Alright, see ya.
Just finna post the Genshin theories or my monologues.
Well,
That'd be
anyway,
fun.
we can talk about this tomorrow, I guess.
Good night.
Good night.
Add Astra.
Hey Zeus, bro.
Thank you for coming.
And Alt F4.